All right, let's move on to Cowboys Seahawks. This is the last 4:25 game and see what we are dealing with. The Seahawks open up at -4.5, now fives mainly across the board. 1-4.5 at Bet Online. This total opens at 55. There's now 55.5 on the board. Russell Wilson became the third quarterback ever to throw 5 TDs against a Belichick defense in their 35-30 win over the Patriots. Wilson was incredible. 21-28, 288 yards. First quarterback in Seahawks history to throw at least 4 TDs in consecutive games. And more questionable decisions from Carroll. Throwing on 3-1 there was very.
Pete Carroll's losing his marbles. I'm dead. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that because I think Pete Carroll's losing his mind. I think they need to get rid of him, even though they're winning. They're winning, but dude's losing his mind.
It was just the dumbest. I can't. Very, very difficult to understand.
He did that a lot last year. It's getting worse. I think that guy's he's either trying to outsmart himself or he's actually just losing his mind. This game is strength against strength and trash against trash. That the Dallas defense, other than the resurgent back from the dead Aldon Smith, is not impressing me at all. I've already stated a few times in the show that the Seattle defense is terrible. I just see this as a massively high-scoring game right now. I see it as ends up being a shootout just because both of these offenses could put up points. But 55, what are we at here right now? Point total?
55, very high, is now at 55.5.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep breaking it down, a lean towards the over right now. And Birdie's already locked in Cowboys against the spread and is about to lock in or will lock in Cowboys money line. And Metcalf's 54-yard touchdown pass against Gilmore, Defensive Player of the Year last year. That was the first TD allowed by Gilmore as a primary defender since 2018. Now let's get to the Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence, Awuzie, and Tyron Smith, all questionable. Cowboys pass rush has 2 sacks in 2 games without DeMarcus Lawrence. Greg the Leg, what can you say about him? He was that onside kick is something I'll remember for the rest of my life, and he did a great job.
Pro athletes not knowing the rules.
It was shocking. It was absolutely shocking.
Those guys got paid a lot of money to stare at the ball. Even special teamers get a lot of money. These are 2 teams with no pass rush and offenses that can put up points. I think even at 55.5, the over feels like the play here, especially with the way Russell Wilson's been rolling. I said it before the season started. I'm saying it now. Wilson is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's better than Mahomes. He finally has some weapons, and he's really just going off.
Would a rainy day persuade you not to bet it? It's going to rain all week in the Pacific Northwest. And at this point right now, there's a 60% chance of precipitation.
I feel like that doesn't affect Seattle at all, but it would affect the Cowboys. It'll affect Dak. And the thing is, let's face it, the Cowboys should be 0-2 right now. They should not have beaten Atlanta. And Dak's record against winning teams is horrendous. But I can see the Cowboys adding garbage time points here against a bad defense. It's
calls for showers.
Yeah, I don't know if that I don't think that affects Russ. I think that affects Dak. But Wilson can play in anything. They also have a running game. And it's so do the Cowboys. But I don't think you're going to sit back and see a slugfest. That you may have talked me out of the over, but I mean, I still like Seattle to roll in this game.
Well, Seattle at -5 from a 4.5 opener. Is that something you want to bet and lock in? Go heads up against Birdie?
No, I don't want to go heads up against Birdie. The only play I liked was the over, but now that rain's got me wondering if Dallas is going to be able to keep up. I mean, Seattle doesn't. Are they going to pump in the crowd noise of the 12?
No, there's limits.
Yeah, no, I know they can't play that garbage anymore. I still think you see. I still think you see a shootout, and by a shootout I mean Seattle going up by a lot and Dallas coming. Neither team has a defense. Like the best player on Dallas's defense right now is a guy who hasn't played in 5 years. I don't know. This feels like a game I don't like either of these teams. I like Russell Wilson. I think he's phenomenal. I like Zeke just because he's a shithead. But I don't know. I think I've talked myself off this game.
Well, we have all week to think about it, and we'll be back Sunday at 11 a.m. for the kickoff show. Mr. Nodal says Cowboys onside strategy will be copied by the league. It won't be. You can only do that once. Every defense knows if it's rolling slowly towards you, run and jump on it before it gets to 10 yards.
Every team should have known that already. They're professional athletes. They get paid so much to know that. That was just an absolute meltdown.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll see it again this year. But what can you do without the running start? It's a mess. I wish we could go back to the old times. All right, no move at this point. Cowboys, Seahawks. Again, Babsy can make official plays throughout the week. Tweet them out, quote the line, make it official.